EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International. As it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. And we are underway from North London.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he stopped immediately there.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Minshew.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll try and do this himself.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Looking for the outright. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run with Hall. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Minshew sets to throw. Throwing the outlet incomplete. That's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
That is going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Gardner Minshew
his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's got some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Adnan Mitchell.
71 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Broncos 7.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
You look at this Bronco defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And they'll work make it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The RPO will keep it himself. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Lost 2 there, and it's third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw, here's Nix. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Minshew. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, the get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. Second and 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harvey. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
It's now 4th down.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Back to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. The Jets at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
That the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 7. Chad Ryland to kick off.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Here's Nix.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
At the Jets' 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Throwing Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nix to the air.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He'll swing this out to Harvey.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Looking to throw. Nix.
He gets this into the hands of Harvey.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 20. And the Broncos first down.
Here's Nix once more. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
They're going. It's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
At the 2-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harvey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Here's Minshew. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And some space here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Breece Hall.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead. But big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
35-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
In this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And that'll bring up second down.
To throw is Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Being on some shit, we go 0 to 100. Real quick. Maybe you on that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm in it. Not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself. Know your worth.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Bombers.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Jets pressure, 2 matches, down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That'll be complete to Harvey.
Nifty move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And the Broncos first down.
Captain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Bombers. Hold on a second.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hold on a second.
Nix from the shotgun.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now Hall to start the drive.
There he goes left side.
Breece Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.